What is up, everybody? In this video, I'm going to show you how you can make a home movie theater. I'm really excited for this. I'm just finishing up here, and we got this thing, the projector installed, and the screen right here. It's a pretty nice screen, and I'm going to show you how to do it from start to finish. So let's get started. All right, let's do this. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. Thanks for clicking. We've got the projector right here. I'm going to put links to everything down in the description instead of going over everything that you need. But basically, we've got all of the actual cables, the projector, and all the supplies that we need, including a laser self-leveling level, which is pretty huge. So the first step here, I'm going to get out my laser and I'm just going to make sure that everything aligns vertically, the center of the screen to where the mounting point is going to be on the ceiling. I want that to be a direct line. I'm going to do a little some test cuts with my drill bit. You can see some holes there, and then cut it open with a multi-tool and the drywall cutter, being really careful not to hit any cords. Now, I do want to mention that wherever you mount this, you should be drilling into some studs. So pay attention to where the studs are, and hopefully things align. If not, you'll have to secure it using proper drywall anchoring. So my mounting point will be to the right on that back wall, and then I've got 4 little cuts in the ceiling going to the projector, which will be on the left wall. Now I'm identifying my pathway here I'm going to fish all my cords through, extra long cords, and I'm actually going to take off a lot of the back wall because I'm going to patch that. That's where the screen's going to be. And this will be the bottom point where the cords are going to come out, so I'll drop it down after I pull it through the ceiling, and it'll exit right there. So here I am fishing it out, and this took several hours to do. I'm no electrician. This is what it looked like with my phone camera as a guide, and I've got a hanger that's bent along with a little grabber here. And this is what I did. I fished a main line through, and I used tape, heavy-duty packing tape, to secure my main lead, which was the hanger for the most part, to some twine and also some 12-gauge Romex wire, just to get something a little sturdier through. Then once I had my main lead all the way through, I taped my power cord and my AV cord and my HDMI cable and the 3.5 millimeter jack for headphones for the audio through the holes along the pathway, pulling it with the twine just like this. And the holes that I drilled through the wood inside the ceiling weren't large enough for all the cables to fit through at one time, so I did have to do 2 separate runs at this. Anyway, once that was through, all my cords are now inside the wall. I played the patch game and used some spackling to patch up and fortunately I had cut out at a bevel or an angle the existing pieces, or the original pieces. So putting them back together, I could use those original pieces instead of having huge holes in the wall. With all the cords that I want accessible at the mounting end, I was able to put the mount on and feeding the cables through and getting that aligned and secured to the studs using the bolts provided. I was able to secure properly into 4 of the 6 screws into studs. And the next part is just adjusting the mount just like this and getting it hooked up to the projector, following the instructions for the mount and the projector. I also have this little adapter piece. That's a nice 90-degree turn that will convert the 25-foot power cord that I bought to the receiver on the projector. And after the drywall is clear, we'll start to patch that up. This is a multi-stage process of getting the tech hooked up and tested out and repairing the drywall. You want to, for the most part, get your drywall completely repaired, because if you have to sand it down, you don't want all that sand going on to your projector and whatnot. So that is the case. Now we're going to boot this thing up and just get an idea of where the image projects and its capabilities given the distance, the throw distance from the projector to the wall. And it does have this manual keystone that I really like. I'm just going to put some marks on the wall. I have it kind of maxed out here so I have an idea, like I said, of what it's capable of. Next, I'm going to paint and prep. Now, there's going to be a screen going over this, so you might say, well, what's the hassle? Well, I want it to be nice and smooth, because once I put my screen on, I don't want any blemishes, and I don't want any weird colors happening, so I'm going to paint it all one consistent color, 2 coats. Next, I'm going to get the projector screen out. This is a high quality cloth. It comes with these little hooks. These are critical. We're going to take the little sticky backs and attach them to the hooks. And there's like 20 of them. We're not going to use all of them because I won't be able to use them along the bottom part of the screen. But check this out. I'm just going to secure one and make sure that I have kind of this that it'll fit along the side the wall. And I'm going to pull it not extremely, but pretty darn tight, just enough to get all the creases and wrinkles out. You don't want it to tear, obviously. I don't think it will. It's pretty heavy duty fabric. So with that in place temporarily, we can start to, with the level, start to identify the corners, turn on the projector, and cut out our trim pieces because we're going to be framing this. Yeah. And we need to have some really nice 45-degree corners. I went to the store and bought 4 pieces of basically trim, and they're pre-primed and pre-painted white. I knew I wanted white, and we're going to go with that. I got my brad nail gun, and I'm going to put just a couple set screws in, or nails in, just to hold it in place and make sure that my angles are correct, and then I'm happy. And see what I am going to do here. We've got it stretched out with the trim over it, and then I'm taking my brad nail gun, and about every 4 inches, which is a little excessive, I think, but necessary, I'm going to pump this thing full of 2-inch brad nails. And what that's going to do is hold that screen in place really well, because we're going to take our razor blade here and cut along all the way around it and get rid of the excess. And as you do, you don't want anything going in, meaning you want it secured with the brad nail really well. You can take these little things off by pulling the stickies that way instead of towards you to not damage your wall. Next, we'll take some paintable white caulking, just a little bit here, and put it all around the entire perimeter, and that's going to seal up that gap. White paintable caulking, just like that. Smooth it out, and then we'll paint over it a little later. You can also use that white paintable caulking to hide a little bit of your nail heads. There it is. What do you think? Not bad, right? I didn't spend much money at all on this. $130 or so for the projector, which is a 4K awesome projector. I'm really happy with this. Great for video games, movies, kids love it. It just transforms and defines the space. And we'll stop this video here. Hopefully this has helped you out. If you have questions, post them in the comments below. You can check the links again in the description for everything that you need, and good luck with your project.